Hi, Takuma. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Your fund basically is an Africa-focused venture capital fund, right?
Yes, yes. So yeah, so we are a Japanese venture capital focused on African startup company. So we focus on seed to early stage startup.
Okay. How did you come up with the idea to launch Africa-focused venture capital fund?
Because I used to work for the Japanese venture capital before from 2013,
Which
and
company
then
did you work for?
which called Samurai Incubate.
Okay.
And then I supported Japanese and the Israeli startup as a company. But before I joined the venture capital, I was in Bangladesh. It was when I was a student, and then I found called Grameen Bank. So
Yes.
the Grameen Bank got the Nobel Peace Prize
Yes.
2006.
World famous
Yeah,
social
yeah, yeah,
project,
yeah.
right?
And then I had an internship for 3 months there, and then
I see.
yeah, so
It must be a very interesting experience for you, right?
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very impressed what they're doing because they're making some entrepreneur and then making some local business to solve the local problems. So I thought making some entrepreneur can make a company, and then the company can solve the local problem, and then the company can make the employment. So that cycle is very, very important. And
Yes.
then I thought I'd like to this kind of things with technology, and then I find the venture capital. So when I back to Japan, and I joined the venture capital at that time. But but at that time, so I had some experience in Japan for 7 years, I think. And then,
Okay.
but in my mind, I'd like to start my own fund in developing country now. So I start investment to African startups. That was 2018. That time there is no Japanese investor in Africa. A
Right.
lot of people investing in Southeast Asia,
Yes.
India, but
Yes.
there's no one investing in Africa. So when I visited to Africa first time, it was 2017, and I met several entrepreneurs, and then the people are very, very good people, very good entrepreneurs there, but no one invested them. So that time, I think it's a blue ocean for me, and also the Africa potential is very, very huge.
Yes.
So
Long-term potential. I agree.
yes, yes. So that time I decided to move to Africa and then start my own venture capital.
Yes. So hearing from you, the rather than the quick financial return from the investment, you're more focused on the social impact and the problem solving.
Mhm.
I mean, the running and the investing with your fund.
Of course, we venture capital, so we got some money from our LP. So the important thing is making some financial return for them.
Sure.
But at the same time, yeah, we should make a social impact with our portfolio startups.
But what did they say? What did your investor, limited partners, say about the African fund? Because I don't know what kind of investor do you have into your fund now, but when they compare the investment opportunity in Africa, for example, Southeast Asia or China, they know very well, and then there is a fast growing market now. Also, a lot of way to exit, but in Africa is even though the startup has a good solution and a good technology and a good team, uh, general infrastructure and the market environment, which make it quite difficult to, I mean, generate, short-term financial return running the startup, etc. So didn't you get that kind of question and doubt from your LP investor?
Okay. So first of all, about our LPs. So we have several type of LPs. One is a Japanese corporate, and
Okay.
then yeah, there is individuals. So the our the corporate LPs, their purpose is two ways. One is the Japanese corporate want to make a business in African market, and
I see.
then that time they want to collaborate with local startup.
So,
So
like, do you have a trading Japanese trading? I understand Japanese trading company has that kind of needs, right? They
mhm,
invest a little bit and then uh, uh, building the relationship with the local partner, distributor, and then they work together. So, do you have
mhm.
Japanese trading company investor?
Uh, yeah, that's one.
Okay, yeah, I see.
So yeah, like yeah, we have a partnership with like how to say like Japanese like mobility company, Japanese insurance company, or this like some electricity companies. Uh, so like when they expand their business 20 years ago or 10 years ago to the Southeast Asia, the Japanese company just bring their product to the market. But now they have to change their process. So process is changing. We need some open innovation with local partners. And then, uh, you know, like as you said, Africa does not have enough infrastructure yet. But I think technology can solve the problem. Also, yeah, the startup can make some infrastructure now. So that is more important for Japanese people to collaborate with African startup in uh, when they expand their business in African market.
I see. Yeah, in fact, I work with a lot of Japanese partner. Also, I many years ago, I set up the joint venture capital fund, the Sumitomo,
Mm-hmm.
in Korea. So we invest,
Mm-hmm.
work together, invest together. So I admire, respect the tradition of Japanese trading company, large company, when they expand into the emerging or frontier market, they try to make investment to show the long-term commitment to the local partner, and then to grow together. Right? That's a
Mm-hmm.
unique of Japanese large corporate trading company.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen that kind of collaboration in Korean large company or Chinese. Because they usually focus on selling product services as you just mentioned, but in terms of long-term commitment is probably they are not as much developed as a Japanese company have done so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Like uh, yeah, the mind of Japanese corporate changing now. So like for example, uh, like Japanese mobility company, so they used to sell the cars to the African
Yes,
people, but
yes,
now they're trying to change to design the life of the African people using their cars.
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah,
So yeah, they're thinking if the people who buy the car, how they can make change of the the life of the people in Africa. So
right.
so just selling product is not enough now. So that's why yeah, that is why you know the this kind of the mobility company try to make some collaboration with like some fintech startup, also some insurance company, like I say like e-commerce logistic
Yes.
company. Yeah, so you know
Try to understand the unique local needs of local consumer and then localize a product to fit that needs. That's what
yes
they are
yes
doing, right? That's
right right right.
great. That's great. Not many actually multinational company, even from the large economies such as the US, Europe, are they are doing that. They are not doing that, right?
Yeah
That's
yeah
why it's
yeah.
like Apple, even though the Samsung has a huge success, like a smartphone,
Mhm.
but they don't really care about the consumer in the, I mean, the emerging market and frontier
Mm,
markets. They're just selling
mm,
the
mm.
same product all over the world, right?
Right right right.
But that they are successful, but if they want to continue to succeed growing together with the consumer in the frontier market, I think they need to learn from the strategy of the Japanese company.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, a lot of things to learn from them. Yeah, I didn't know this. So they're developing different design of the car for the African consumer, for example, or they did. They already did that.
Sorry.
You said that the Japanese automotive company, they
Uh-huh.
are try to understand the lifestyle of African consumers and the developing design to, I mean, new design to fit the needs of local consumer. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
But then the question is that they already did that or they are working on that idea now?
So they're working with us now.
Okay.
So they have product and localized to the, no, we have a project. For example, we have a project in Kenya now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I cannot tell the detail yet, but the mobility company try to make the product localizing to Kenya, and then we try to make some make collaboration connecting with the API with the local startup. So the the mobility company makes some hardware product, also software product, and then it is connected now. So
yes. Yeah, people in different world that they like the different color, different design, different application, right? So
yes.
we cannot cookie cut everything and then sell all over the world, right? That's not a good idea in the longer term, right?
Yes.
I see. That's a very interesting movement. I hope that the other Asian company learn from the Japanese company. Yeah. Okay. My next question is, can you tell us a little bit about the uncover fund investment strategy or strike zone in terms of sector, focus market, and ticket size, stage, and social impact, etc., etc.?
Okay. So yeah, Uncover the fund focus on the seed early stage startup, and then so the ticket size is from 50,000 to 200,000 at the first ticket, and then depend on the startup growth, we're gonna follow up to 500,000, and then like Series A or Series B round. And then we invite some Japanese players, Japanese investor or Japanese corporate who can, add more value to the startup. We invite them, and also they can invest more than 1 million at the same round.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
And then sector is we have focused on 7 sectors. One is fintech, retail, logistics, and then mobility, health tech, what else? Agriculture, and then energy sector, some energy.
Yes, sounds like you include all the fast-growing industry in Africa.
Because our fund is 10 years until 2030. So our target is developing infrastructure, the economic infrastructure with local startup. So
I see. Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about your portfolio company? One or two interesting company you're bullish about?
Okay. So we invested several startups now, but in this one is one is called Alexol. Alexol is a Nigerian startup. They're trying to solve the problem of the fake drug.
Fake drug. Yes. Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. So
in fact, I interviewed startup of the same business model in Nigeria, drug stock.
Which one?
Drug stock.
Drugs. Drug stuff. I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I interview him.
Yeah, I think yeah, there are several difference between drug stock and Rxol.
Okay.
So the yeah, so Rxol yeah try to solve the fake drug problem, and then they're from the Yale University institution, and then they have a technology to detect. They have a hardware product to detect fake drug,
I see. Yeah.
and then collaborating with the Nigerian government and make the drug database in the country, and then so I say like they have two business. One is a hardware device and to detect fake drug, and second is a B2B marketplace for the like hospital or pharmacy.
Yes.
And
But
then
I have a difficulty understanding how they can detect all different drugs by the hardware and software, because all drugs are different, right?
yeah.
How can they detect
So
fake drug?
they make a database of the drug with
Okay.
the national government, and then when the people who are selling drug scanning of the drugs, then they can detect the fake drug almost 99% now.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Any other company interesting startup you invest in?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes. One is the other one is called how's it, Sky Garden in Kenya. So Sky Garden is like a Shopify for Africa.
Shopee.
Shopify.
Shopify. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shopify. Yeah, Shopify.
Like now, yeah, like Jumia or some of the e-commerce industry are growing very very fast in Africa.
Okay.
But
Yes.
no one support the local small merchant to connect to the online market now.
Yep.
So the Sky Garden provides like management SaaS for the merchant, and then they can register some the product stock, and then also manage the sales profit, and then if the merchant registers some product on the SaaS, they can sell the product on their marketplace.
I see. Got
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and then now more than 12,000 merchant registered on their platform.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
12,000 merchant. Let's see. Okay. And people talk about Asia. I mean, this, in fact, I heard that the Asian economy as a whole has become the bigger than rest of the world
Mm,
the last year,
mm, mm,
based on the PPP.
mm,
That it's over. So it is since 19th century, almost in 200 years, Asian
mm,
economy has become, because
mm,
China has growing very fast.
mm,
India, Japan has a huge economy. Korea is
mm,
growing fast. So
mm,
Asia getting attention, a lot of attention. So also people say that before the starting from Japan, Korea,
mm,
China, like Asian economy, large economy, usually exporter to the developed world, U.S. and Europe in the past, right?
mm,
Now may have a different role. I mean, we may, as you do now in Africa, we become an investor for the other part of the world, and
mm,
then partner or whatever, right?
mm,
So uh, because you are from the Japan,
mm,
you're investing in Japan. So
mm.
beside making investment in startup Africa, what kind of support are you thinking or planning to provide to the startup in Africa?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think yeah. So when we invest to the startup, every week or every month, we have some uh, mentoring for the startup. But I think very important things is making community for entrepreneurs. So you know, like how to say, like as you said first, Africa does not have enough infrastructure. So for example, like how to say, like like if e-commerce startup growing well, but if the logistics doesn't work, they cannot grow. But
Yep.
for the startup, it's very hard to make everything for themselves. So I think to collaborating with local startup and the startup,
Open collaboration.
yes, is very important on the in the digital market.
Agree. Like
Yeah,
problem in the frontier market is complicated. It cannot one company or one government or one large company investor can solve that problem by themselves, right?
yes.
Agree. Yeah.
So yeah, so that kind of yeah, that point is very important. So I focus on like making some communities of entrepreneurs, and then you know not just a business collaboration. Like sometimes we get together some only the CEO of the company of our portfolio company, and the CEO have a lot of problem internally, but they cannot say anything in the company. So the people share the mind and then try to solve the problem together, for example, or they can share the success, experience or uh, not success experience when they try to expand business, grow business. So so knowledge share is also very important.
Yeah. So you facilitate sharing of knowledge, experience, and information among the startup. Mm.
Yeah.
How about because if they focus on the same experience as we and as an Asian we did have in the past,
Hmm.
like if you focus on the one local economy, like a long
Mm.
time ago, I mean, many decades of Korea, Japan, and China used to be a much smaller economy than now. Then if you they focus on the just local market, it's I mean, potential of the growth is very limited. So they export the product and services to overseas market, right? In the past, we did. So I think one possibility is if they can find buyers in Asia or partners in Asia, it could, I mean, support the growth of their business in the beginning in a much bigger scale than uh, in case they're just stayed in the local market, right?
Mm.
So also you have investor in the trading company or large corp, right?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. Also yeah, we try to make some alliance between the Japanese corporate and then local startup to grow the business, also expand to other regions. And then in the future, I think the African innovation is really new.
Yep.
So I'd like to bring back the innovation from Africa to Japan, Japanese market.
That's a very interesting angle.
Mhm.
People usually may think that in opposite way, right? Opposite
Yeah,
direction.
yeah,
But I
because
agree with you. I agree with you. There
mm,
are some of the because I interviewed more than 50 startup entrepreneur. Some of them has a very unique idea,
mm,
which
mm,
we don't have in Asia because they have a different problem, right? They have
mm,
a
mm,
different
mm,
problem, so they came up with a different solution. So I agree with you. I mean, they may, replicate their business model in Asia or large
mm,
economy as well, right?
mm. I think, in Japan, there's very, very complicated structure in each
Yes,
industry from,
right.
100
Yeah,
years ago.
I'm familiar. I'm very
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah. So, but Africa is very, very simple. They
Yes,
start they start from information revolution. So
yeah.
the people has a
No
smartphone,
baggage,
mobile.
basically
Yeah,
no baggage, right? No
yes,
baggage.
yes,
But in
yeah,
Asia, like in Japan, we have a lot of baggage to carry, right?
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. So that is, yeah, I think it's fast for the making new innovation from Africa to Japan.
Yes, agree, agree.
Mm,
That's good idea. That's good idea. Maybe that might be a bigger potential.
yeah,
Bring the African technology, African solution to build a business model in Japan or other Asian countries.
yeah. I invest into African startup, but I can learn a lot of things from Japanese startup. Yeah.
Yes, agree. Yeah, yeah. Also, they are the different culture. They're
Mm,
very different from the Asian. We
mm,
are more we are more conservative people, right?
mm, mm,
We have Japan, Korea, other Asian country has a strong work ethic. That is a good side, but
mm,
we are not flexible. That flexible,
mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Agree. That's very interesting. Yes. So my last question is, what is the next step on top of your mind, and then your long-term vision for Uncover the Fund?
Uh, a lot of things I want to do that. But the next step is so yeah. So first of all, we try to invest more than 50 startups from our new fund now.
Yeah.
But our target is in 10 years, we are investing more than 1,000 startup.
Wow, that's a very ambitious plan.
Yeah, and then now we focus on Africa, but expand to the South America.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
my podcast has the same direction. I'm going
Oh,
to Latin America now.
really? Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So then also, no, yeah, yeah. So that is one, and then also, to Africa, I'd like to bring some of the, like strong technology from Japan to Africa. Or I used to invest to the Israeli startup, so I'd like to bring some of the Israeli technology to Africa, because in Africa there's no, how to say, like there's no strong technology yet. They have market, big market, and then the startup try to local problems, but I think we can add more value from Japanese like hardware technology or Israeli AI technology to empowerment, empower the local startup. So I'd like to this kind of collaboration is important. So that is next step for me.
Yes, that sounds like it making a lot of sense. Yeah,
Mm,
I felt in the same way. Uh, I mean, very high technology in Japan or developed world may have more high technology,
mm,
but in Africa they have a unique experience because they don't have infrastructure.
mm,
That's why a lot of startup have
mm,
experience
mm, mm,
successfully connecting last mile, right?
mm, mm,
Last
mm,
mile,
mm. Yeah.
which startup entrepreneur in Asia do not have that kind of experience, right?
Mm,
Just
mm,
because everything is easy, that develop product and plug and play. But Africa
mm,
is every time they try to develop the new idea to connect the last mile, right?
mm,
In
mm.
in physically or in terms of information, whatever. So I think
Yes.
putting together strength of the each country, each market and technology, that sounds like a great idea.
Mm. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much taking time and introducing your fun and with my audience and my podcast. And then
Mm.
looking forward to another exciting story with
Mm.
your new activity going
Thank you
forward.
very much.